Hey guys, welcome back to the Ride Right Waxing in UK One Wheel channel. So, we have a ladies Roxy Ali Kjersti buaas, if I've pronounced that correctly, signature snowboard in. Pretty cool, hey? Definitely not had one of these in before. This is in really good condition as well. 151. It's got the banana rocker on the side, so I don't know if you can see that profile there on the board. Basically waves up and down, so it kind of gives like a magna traction on the side of the board, which is great for takeoffs on ramps, great for carving, and really good on those icy days. It really does grab the ice extremely well. So we're going to make sure this board though is super sharp. Great bottom colour as well, but obviously in need of a juicy wax, which we're going to give it. So let's pop you in my hand and let's take a quick look at this board. Okay, so one Roxy snowboard, and you can see that banana on the side there, the wavy line. Again, 151 in length. Threads all look really good in the board. We're going to give this a good top coat polish. Got a cool wolf decal there, down to the signature there, which is all cool. I'm going to flip it over. The board is pretty dry, but nothing really that we can't obviously handle here. Got some old sticker marks here. You can see a big sticker mark there and there. So possibly been in a shop window prior to the previous keeper owning this board. But yeah, needed some wax. We're going to get the definition definitely back in this board, so you can see these really stand out. We've got some high edges we can see just here. We'll get those base scraped and down through the board. We've got a bit of a mark here. We'll get that cleaned. And we'll make sure this stream catcher here really pops on the base of the board. And hopefully you'll see that in the before and after. One thing I am going to concentrate on though, we've got a bit of delamination here. So I'm going to get some epoxy inlaid in that, and we're going to get that G-clamped and just get that watertight, because that is, I don't think it's going to cause a major problem, but for the sake of 20 minutes, half an hour worth of just tidying it up and cleaning it up, we'll make sure that is good as possible and as watertight as possible. Interesting, it's weird not having the rail going all the way around the top, because that would have prevented that from happening. I would have thought that base goes all the way to the edge. But yeah, there's your banana rails. But the banana rails need some love. We'll get these sorted out, get these nice and sharp. So I'm going to pop you in the stand. We're going to do some time lapse. I'm going to clean up the top coat of the board first. Give this a good polish. Do that, and then we're going to work on that back side of the edge, which is just here, and make sure the board looks good and it is ready to fly. So stay with me guys and let's crack on with this board. Okay, so I've sewed up all those edges, all the little nicks and crannies. We've got a couple of gaps here just where the rail finishes and the board goes in. So I've actually put some epoxy in there. Don't worry about this top coat here. I'll clean all that off, but I use a hairdryer to liquefy the epoxy so it runs inside the crack, both on the front and the rear. Same this end here. So it runs inside, so it will actually bond it together, and then I'll scrape all this additional epoxy off, because obviously it's just ran, and we'll tidy that up so that will look lovely. But yeah, just done that on all four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4, as well as that nick which is on the other side, just to stop any moisture getting into that base. You can see the epoxy is still wet there, but again, we'll clean those top bits off. But it's just to liquefy that epoxy with a hairdryer and blow it straight in those gaps. That way this board will last a long time, and we like to look after stuff. That's how we do it here in the Ride Right Waxing Workshop. But anyway, I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to do some edges, make sure they shine, and make sure this board is super fast. See you in a second, guys. Okay, guys, so epoxy's all dried. And all those little nicks and knacks of and little seams that we've got just opened up, just like there. That's all dried. I'm going to scrape all this off, tidy up all the edges, take off any loose bits, and then we're going to start sharpening this snowboard. We're going to start on the base, and then we're going to work on the side, then we're going to base scrape and wax. So stay with me guys, but that is now all solid. No moisture's getting in there. let's crack on. Okay, so on these rails, because they undulate and they have the banana traction on them, so they go whoop, up, down, up, down, up, down. What I've done is I've used this file here. Now this is a directional file, so I've gone one way, taken it out, swept the file around and gone back the other way, so not to give any flat spots onto the rail itself, and also to catch the file in these undulations just here. And then what I've done is I finished it off with a diamond stone with a little bit of liquid, which just polishes that up and takes any burrs and that off, just because the file itself is moving a lot, and it causes a little bit of burring on the edge. So we've just taken that off. So that's nice and smooth as an edge, if we can get it to focus, and that's no pressure, and you can see that is super sharp. So that is ready to go. Got rid of all the corrosion, and you can see the undulation there. So what I didn't want to do is just attack it from one direction. It's sharp, just cut my finger, or cut my skin. So yeah, we didn't want to have a flat spot, so we've just basically gone from both angles. So I just want to share that with you, because that's what you need to do with a banana traction or any form of undulation on the side rail to give you better grip for park. I know those icy days, but anyway, pop you back in the stand. We'll get it on and wax the base of this board now. So let's go. Okay, so one Roxy snowboard all done. This is super shiny, super sharp, super smooth and super good. All the supers, as you can tell. It is looking fresh. We've got a great shine on this board. We've got the definition back in these blacks to the colour, so we've got a real contrast back in the base of this board. We've tidied up those ends with a bit of epoxy, sharpened the rails, and this is ready to fly around the Alps and wherever it is off to. And thank you very much indeed though to everybody this season that has used me. I am greatly humbled that you use the Ride Right Waxing Workshop. I just love doing this. It's a massive hobby of mine, and I love to bring a smile to people's faces when they jump on their boards or skis for the first time and have a great time. And like I say, these rails will hold anybody on any ice. They are super sharp, and I think you'll have a great time on this board as well as all the other people on their skis and snowboards that I've done. But guys, hit that like, and most importantly, please hit that subscribe. Share this video with friends and family, get people watching it. I'd really appreciate this. Not just this video, though, all my videos. From the skis behind me to the one wheels, to the BMX builds I've done, to even building this bench that I work on here today, and my garden stuff. I just love to bring content. And guys, thank you very much indeed for watching. I do really appreciate it. From one cool Roxy snowboard, ready to hit the Alps, So a massive thank you from me. I'll see you soon.